So, yep, Johnny is offline. That means that I've lost him. Let's move this thing over here so we get that really neat cascade effect. So, what the hell? So far this has been pretty painful. Oh hey, Good Old Games is going to have a half-off sale on the 12th. That sounds nice. I'd look into that. Can we tour my desktop? Well, honestly, I don't really see a point in that, especially since I have so many illegal things lying around. Right. Well, illegal depending on which nation you're currently in, of course. In any case, we seem to have lost Johnny, and without a guest I can't really continue unless I alt-tab every time to check just which game is coming up. Of course I can do that, but let's see. Next up is let's see, Overmeter says the Skype thing was you. Oh. Well then. There might indeed be something from Overmeter here. There you are. Wonderful. Well then, Overmeter, I'll bring you in, and hopefully you can do what Johnny failed to do. And we have a contact request from Orphex. Oh, yeah, sure, Orphex. Join up, why don't you?
Hello?
Hello there.
How's it going? Well, I can see how it's going, but...
It could have gone better at this very moment, but still, it could have been worse too. Could have been worse. At least I know what's coming up. We need to play Mutation Nation. So,
I'd imagine this isn't another sports game. Sounds like it should be quite interesting.
You'd hope so, right? You'd hope so, but you can never know. That is the terrible thing with these games, that you just can't never know. Alright, well it definitely looks like a non-sports game. Hopefully. Oh, John is back online. I guess we can see him as well. If you don't mind, of course.
By all means, your stream.
Well, aren't you being awfully cooperative? I'm used to my guests just insulting me over and over.
I figure it's a bit cliche by now.
Want to try something different, actually being courteous.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back, Johnny.
Oh, truly sorry about that. I just said I've had all I can stand and I can't stand no more, and just stopped doing anything.
Well, sometimes this stream just has a life of its own. And by life of its own, I mean it kills people.
That's true. I was having a bit of chest pain, but that's past now. I think it might have been tacos.
Ah, yes. The danger of tacos. So yes, I'm just going to start up Mutation Nation, and before I actually get into the game proper, I'm going to make sure that Fraps is still running, and it is wonderful, thank you very much. Okay, Mutation Nation. This one is a brawler, I think. I honestly don't know, but I think so. Oh, it's the year 2000XX. Our original.
A lot of things happened in that year, didn't they?
Yeah, an awful lot of things. The world... Whoa. Hello.
It's never anything good either.
Yeah, actually you'd think. I mean, we are in the 21st century now, and I mean, sure, we have some nasty wars and natural disasters and so on, but most of the things happening each year, I mean, they are pretty beneficial to us in the first world. But is he going to trust... What the hell was that? And what the hell are those things? Okay. This actually looks decent. Okay, area 1 starts, okay. Here I jump and...
So I'm guessing the basis for this is 80s B movies. Just
Okay, apparently I have a jumping punch that is basically just him flying straight up into the air. That's wonderful.
I like how his legs remain perfectly in the standing position.
So, let's see, how do I activate the power then? Oh, I hold it in. And then... nothing happens. Wait, do you mean that I actually have to remain unhit before I can release it? Apparently. Whoa! Hello. What the hell is up with your shoes? You look incredibly silly, sir. Incredibly silly. And then he blew up. Man.
Lovely.
I have roughly the same facial expression as this guy right now, by the way. That horribly constipated and furious one. What the? Random laser beams. Yeah, sure. I should have expected those, I guess. There are always laser beams in games like these. Oh, come on. You lose your power-up when they load in enemies. That's just unfair.
Like, you're the one trying to cheese the system by being prepared for them before they come in.
Oh shit! Whoa, what the hell? I punched him in just the right frame, so his head kept hanging in the air, but his body flew off. That's worrying. If this ever happens to you, immediately contact a medical professional. Oh, look at that!
I'm gonna go call a doctor.
Now, since I'm hurt, my idle animation has changed. That's a really
That's
nice
nifty.
attention to detail. That's really neat. I like that.
He's angry and gasping for breath.
Stag beetles, sure, why not? Wait, what the? You did not hit me there. I still haven't quite figured out what you're supposed to hit with that jumping punch thing.
Something you're standing right next to, I guess? Because, boy, that's got a lot of
Yeah, but
outrage.
half of the time I
A lot
just
of outrage.
pass through them, and when I try to do it against people in the air, they actually seem to be invulnerable. Actually, there's something strange with the hitboxes here on a whole, because I'm hitting people with my kicks when they're way out of reach for some reason. But again, the same thing is happening to me, so it's not really a beneficial thing.
Yeah, something tells me they spent most of their time coming up with the idea and not so much actually polishing the game.
Whoa. Okay. This guy has something going. I'm not sure what it is.
I think it's the flexible tridents for arms.
Oh yeah, yeah, I didn't actually notice those. I was looking at his hair.
The anime hair distracts from the obvious deformity.
Alright, let's just flick this one. No, I am not EHB, thank you very much.
He's got that thing where his shirt has belt loops.
Power attack! You're already dead. Okay, now we're going indoors. And there's different new powers. Let's pick up power C and see if it's in the fast power up. Oh. Hey, that was pretty neat. So what does power A do? Apparently it turns you into the Flash.
So can you just charge that? Oh right, it's got a number of uses.
Oh yeah, sure. Hit me the moment I get out of my invulnerability frames, why don't you?
Well, it is a Neo
Dibs.
Geo game.
I'm telling you, man, this is the second final fight. And oh, hey! It's Poison Ivy from Batman Arkham City. Wearing a leotard.
Well, at least she put some clothes on.
Actually, I think that this version of Poison Ivy is probably dressed more sensibly than she is in the games.
Yeah.
Flash power! And that door just exploded by me staring. Holy shit! I seem to remember this guy from Fist of the North Star. And apparently he wanted to take this to the next level. The basement.
To be honest, his mutation is just being very big.
He actually has some sort of dinosaur
no.
thing in his chest as well. And yeah, it actually is a dinosaur. He has a dinosaur living inside him. That is completely ridiculous, but sure.
Giant 10-foot Viking with a dinosaur in his chest? I'd be willing to bet this is the weirdest thing we see today.
Actually, honestly, it's a pretty neat boss design, really. Oh.
It is actually pretty clever.
I'll crack my knuckles and point into the distance.
You're next. Wait, there's nobody there.
I'm in a basement. What the hell could I
walk
possibly
that
be
direction.
pointing at? Oh hey! So it's those guys that actually released those horrible grenades.
That
They've
are their
turned into the
heads.
mask.
Ah. This guy, I'm not entirely sure what he is. Some sort of attack robot?
Reject from the Blue Man group.
In your face.
Yes, in your face are some explosives that you shoot at me.
Get the hell away. Man, these guys do not let up.
Tenacious little buggers.
But what if I unleashed my D power, which is practically impossible because you just walk over to me and punch me before I can actually power it up? I'm just going to walk away and leave you guys back there.
Yep, the game lets it happen. Go for it.
I hate games where enemies have invulnerability in their attack animations. Don't do that. It's one of the few times that you can actually land a hit normally. In this game, nope, I'm busy attacking, so you are not allowed to do anything.
But egg soldiers on.
So far I have to say this game is difficult mainly because of the fact that, well, it doesn't play terribly well. I mean, it's not Ninja Combat bad. I honestly don't think there is something as Ninja Combat bad. It's pretty unique, but I don't know, it feels floaty, the hit detection is off, and now I'm fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger with Wolverine claws, who has Blanca's electrification body technique. Yeah,
Wow.
this is going to end nicely.
Let's just randomly throw some stuff in a hat and draw it out and see what we get. Hey, that's our guy.
And apparently he was a cyborg all along. Why am I not surprised? Hilariously enough though, this guy is actually easier to fight than the last guy because this guy actually has some attack animations that take him away from you first, which means that of course, motorbikes. Why am I not surprised? Why does every game from this area have to have motorbikes that run you down? Couldn't they think of
They're
anything
never
better?
fun. It's always just really annoying timing puzzle that you can never get right.
Also, we already have our first reskins.
Yep. Those weren't actually guys on bikes either, they were just living bikes. Okay
You could
then.
almost say they're mutant bikes.
Ah. But how does a bike mutate anyway? It's not like a bike has DNA. Then again, looking at this guy, you could probably mutate a bike just by staring at it. Alright, let's set it to MVS mode and we'll see how far we can get. Right, first difference, there is no starting power-up. That's interesting. One guy just walks off the screen and stays there. Okay. I like that they actually punch you out of your jump kick, which means that apparently their punch has better range than my leg.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual for a fighting game. Usually if you've got one thing that's got priority, jump kick, but apparently didn't want you to have that advantage in this game.
No, clearly not. I still haven't quite figured out what the heck is up with this guy either.
I think his mutant ability is he grew extra skin.
More like he is the one person in the world that can wear World of Warcraft shoulder pads properly. But yeah, apparently MVS level, the only main difference in difficulty I see is that they apparently just ignore your attacks and punch straight through them.
Tapam in the stream has said that MVS is the arcade hardware, so you insert credits instead of having a game set limit of credits.
Well, that depends, because when you have an MVS difficulty setting in a game, it's generally playing it as if it was in the arcade. You have some consoles that can be set to an MVS mode, though. That is generally done externally. Hand. Man. Whoa. And the entire building just disappeared. Well then. I was looking at that hand graffiti, thank you very much. Seriously, what kind of a graffiti is hand, anyway? You just write hand in red text. Is it sort of like the Foot Clan from Turtles, only with it's the Hand Clan instead?
Look, we can use weapons. We have opposable thumbs.
And that's it. I wonder how long you can hold on to these guys. Apparently you can't, because the grab and attack is a single button press. Huh. Alright then.
So no loving embrace then?
No. Now we're at this guy again. Ah, there's more dogs now. A lot more dogs, wow. There are dogs all over the place. I punched to the left and the man to the right died. Hell yeah.
Now that's programming.
Apparently it checks how far away an enemy is to see what attack you should do. So it alternates between punching and kicking automatically depending on range. The problem is it doesn't really quite work. Because it seems that both attacks have the same actual hitbox range. It doesn't really help.
So yet another way the game is hindering you.
Well, still, this was only a few months after Sengoku, so I mean, I guess you had to take what you could get.
Yeah.
And at least it wasn't ninja combat.
That's very true. There's surprisingly less screaming in this one.
Which is a shame.
It truly is. It made ninja combat quite fun.
For about 10 seconds.
Yeah. The first
depends on
3
how
times
much
you saw that scream and fling yourself chest first at the enemy attack, it was fun, but then you realized that it was retarded. Then you realized that they sold tens and thousands of copies of that game.
Then you realized it was 40 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Apparently you can't escape that no matter what. Well. Seriously, the hitboxes are just ridiculous. I'm punching thin air and still managing to kick his ass.
Apparently going by Kung Fu movie rules.
I wonder if it's the guy on top who's in control or if it's actually the dinosaur that's doing it.
I don't know, considering he's varying up his attacks, probably a little of both. I'd imagine he has times where the bloodlust of the dinosaur takes over, but for the most part he's really shucking and jiving around. That's kind of a human thing. Dinosaur would just go, look, I'm bigger. Ooh.
So the game really isn't that much harder on MVS mode, funnily enough. I think it's mainly that there's slightly more enemies, but that doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, after a certain amount, when you're punching at one, there's just 3 more in the space that you can hit.
Yeah, and I mean, they spawn in almost the same spot, so they are moving together anyway.
Right.
At least one thing about these guys is that you can't use the final fight method of jab, move, jab, move, jab, move to keep them stun locked, because there actually is no stun on the first jab. They can punch you immediately if you stop.
It does make a nice change-up. I love Final Fight to death, but sometimes it can get a little boring pulling the old snap fist, run away, snap fist, run away for about an hour and a half.
Well, that's actually how you speedrun the game, hilariously enough.
That's interesting.
In almost every speedrun of Final Fight, they use the snap jab technique because it's the one way that you're guaranteed to lock the opponent down so that you don't actually lose any credits.
That does not make for a very entertaining watch, I hate to say.
No, generally not.
But hopefully, if it's a speedrun, it'll be over quite quickly, though.
You'd hope, yeah. They also
Like to think so, but
they also do 1 credit runs using the same method, but those are just horribly, horribly boring. Wow, he used his electrification attack the moment I entered the room. He is not kidding around anymore.
yo, he's not screwing with you now. He just wants you dead.
Luckily, I have 3 demon power things. That didn't help me terribly much. Welp. So ends our adventures in Mutation Nation.
Yeah, they were entertaining enough.
Yeah, could have been worse. Could have been a lot better, of course, but...
It's true.
not a bad game. I actually sort of like the general idea and the differences in variation in enemies. And I like this guy, because he's completely crazy.
He's really weird looking. It makes me feel handsome in comparison.
I'd hope so. Seriously, if you don't feel better about yourself after seeing that guy, you might want to visit a doctor. Just a heads up.